What if you could talk to your TV production and it responded instantly? This is AI integration for live TV.
Live TV is relentless, sweeping changes across the industry, serving more platforms than ever before, tighter turnarounds, smaller budgets. Automation has helped broadcasters to keep up, but has impacted operators. Cognitive overload, different UIs for different tasks. Operators drown in buttons, panels, and touchscreens. Attention is focused on navigating the kit instead of on the program. Our answer: a crew of AI agents to assist when red lights are on. Welcome to AI Agent, Assistance for Live Production. Last year, we revisioned the running order as a data bucket and integrated LLM technology to pull info from the program, plus natural language voice-first control and a checking agent.
Is there an Israel story in the running order? If so, is there a SOT clip in there? Is it online? And what are the outwords, please?
Yes, there is an Israel story in the running order. There is an SOT sound on tape clip in that story, but it is currently offline. The outwords of the SOT clip are remains to be seen.
1 year on, one clear mission: advance human-centered AI for live TV.
So I was really interested to join this IBC Accelerator project because the tech is moving so incredibly quickly. I think as broadcasters, we need to learn by doing, and we need to be getting involved and showing the industry what we need from this sort of technology. I also think it's the first time anyone's tried this. This is a real opportunity to get involved in how we can integrate agentic systems with live production, possibly changing how we're going to make TV in the future.
I'm really excited to be involved in this accelerator this year. I think it's a natural fit between Google's AI and the evolution of agentic frameworks, but also working with a diverse group of vendors and broadcasters to come together to really try and innovate what the future might look like.
At this moment, we see a lot of companies out there that are using Gen AI or AI in general to use it like, for example, translate stuff, rephrase sentences, reword stuff, and so on. But we think AI is a unique opportunity to try other stuff with that. And I think we are proving that in this year's IBC Accelerator.
This project couldn't be a more perfect fit for the Accelerator program. The opportunity of AI is almost overwhelmingly huge, and one of the things we're all wrestling with as users and as vendors is how to truly unlock that potential. And so to get to collaborate with brilliant teams across the industry on genuinely cutting-edge tech, exploring an exciting vision of what that might look like, has been a real highlight of the year, and I hope we've been able to move that conversation forward.
An AI agent is an LLM-powered assistant. Agents understand context, integrate with software, and use tools to take action for you. Now imagine a TV crew of AI agents. They listen to your voice, understand the running order and context, and use connected tools to do real work, like checking CGs, panning mics, building graphics and surfacing content. In live TV, that means faster setup, fewer mistakes, and calmer galleries, with skilled humans always in the driving seat. From audio to graphics, content and media to TX.
Live TV is one of the most demanding environments in media production, requiring speed, precision, and reliability. Also in the live TV domain, we're entering a new paradigm of production audio pickup using microarrays, where it's simple to deploy a single array device that itself can perform the functions of many mics, and with characteristics like microphone beam patterns, beam steering, audio signal processing, all controllable over the network.
Live television is unpredictable, as I mentioned, but it is also highly structured. And so in that context, it is actually possible to make a list of 10 or 20 autonomous AI agents that will be able to execute tasks upon request or upon needed to make the life of operator easier.
Live TV is one of the most demanding environments in media. Everything happens in real time at massive scale with zero margin for error. So integrating agentic AI technology to help broadcasters automate all these critical checks relating to rundowns, schedules, quality control in a matter of seconds rather than minutes or hours is huge.
Live TV is a good use case to integrate with agentic technology because it's quite a challenging environment. Agentic AI can reduce error rates, speed up tasks, and make the broadcast a bit less stressful. Live TV is also a great vehicle to demonstrate how multiple agents can be connected through a single user interface. And this allows a producer to simply use natural language to make requests without needing to learn new tools.
It's time to meet the agents.
Hey, my name is Aaron. I'm the head of growth at Cuez. At Cuez, we are a rundown, a story-centric, and an automation system. And we do believe that AI, and especially agentic AI, will change the way that we make media. And today we want to prove that by making as many agents of as many vendors work together as they should.
The agent reads the BBC article and intelligently generates a concise headline for our first story segment. Next, it crafts professional broadcast prompter text, a 40 to 50 second summary that captures the article's key points while maintaining our show's style. The system then selects and adds the most appropriate image to complement the story in the rundown. Finally, it updates the intro headline section with our new story title, ensuring consistency across the episode.
Pete, we have at the BBC been working on a Sophie agent, and what we want to do is integrate Sophie with the agentic system that we're building. Could you tell us a bit about where we've got to?
So we've gotten to the point where we can ask it things like, what cameras can you cut to? So we should now be able to say, cut camera free, for example. And it will figure out, oh, that means I should be cutting camera free, and it'll put camera free on it.
And I guess as well, although you're typing text into the prompt window, what you could do is do that with voice as well.
Today we're showing Posture, an error checking tool that lets users run AI-powered queries over broadcast running order data. So Posture started life as a small spell checker, but this vision is much broader. That could mean compliance checks, spell checking, fact checking. It's essentially whatever the users require in the newsroom. So we currently use this interface at ITN for spell check errors before they go out live on air. So we essentially go through all of our graphic elements. This one here is the channel for evening news. We go through all of our graphic elements and we pass them through separate models. And in this case, we're using a spell check model. We can actually customize the prompts that go into these models. We can also change the models themselves. So if I go into functions, graphic data with an LLM attached, so I've got my connection details here, and then we've got the prompts. So essentially you can see how we've given it examples of what we want. We've told it how iNews, how Cuez returns data, and then essentially taught it how to return, in this case, spell checking results. You can imagine this being used for not just data sources inside of the organisation, but it could actually pull in stuff, say, from the internet. It could have a look at what other broadcasters are doing, and really it allows you to leverage that power of AI while still interacting with a graphical interface.
The TX agent created by Monks evaluates the video and audio content of an active live stream and delivers a natural language interface capable of delivering insights and answering questions of the live content. In the chat, we can ask any question about the broadcasted content in generic terms like, what was the first news of the day? Or even more specific content, like, what are they talking about the wildfires?
What excites us most is witnessing how agentic AI bridges the gap between technical complexity and creative control. The ability to steer microphone lobes, to manage device telemetry, and to orchestrate audio workflows using simple natural language is transformative. We're entering a new paradigm of production audio pickup using microarrays, where it's simple to deploy a single array device that itself can perform the function of many mics, and with characteristics like microphone patterns, steering, and signal processing all controlled over the network. But this new power comes with new complexity. That's where we see fit for agentic AI, a new paradigm of interaction where one can execute even complex multi-step audio engineering tasks instantly and intuitively.
Designed to assist users, producers, editors to have that research assistant and subject matter expert there and ready in a newsroom environment. So you don't necessarily have to know the content that you need. In live news, the topics change so quickly. Just type in natural language and free text and find the moments that you're looking for across an entire archive. Behind the scenes, it applies advanced semantic reasoning across all metadata, both generated by our multimodal AI, MXT, as well as imported metadata, and even querying external data sources when needed. The result? It finds the exact moment you're looking for directly from within your media library. From there, users can instantly download that moment or add it to their cart to build their editorial story. And with a conversational approach, the search can naturally continue, uncovering moments that build around the story you want to tell.
So our agent is called EBS agent, and it applies effects on video or can do reframing based on the prompt, and also can blur specific objects or faces on a video. So for this effect, we will use this video showing a woman speaking at a meeting. We will ask the EBS agent to do a vertical reframing, so in 9:16 aspect ratio, while asking the agent to keep the woman in the camera frame. So here the reframing is said to be intelligent because the tool used by the EBS agent uses neural networks for detection and tracking to identify the woman speaking in the video and follow her throughout the shot. Okay, we just received the result, which is a video URL. We can see that the reframing is vertical and centered on the woman speaking.
The power of using natural language as the primary interface for this system. Operators do not need to learn to master a new, highly complex workflow tools. They speak to the system, and the language model is able to understand their request and to turn that into request for AI agent that do the work.
I faded into the system, and the system started just looking through all of the templates that we can use that are just generic and started suggesting things. So for example, it understands that the whole story text is about taxes, about experts. It feeds it into the system analyzes, suggests basically, right?
This channel presents lower thirds, while another offers full-frame graphics for video walls. The system then searches for the most appropriate assets, whether from an internal media management system or external repositories like Getty Images, AP, or Reuters. Using metadata analysis and an additional layer of AI-based image analytic, it ensures every asset is an ideal match for the story's context and destination.
Welcome to NBC Universal's Application Sync. Today we're going to focus on our plugin. First off, I'm going to open our template. This is our Gemini-driven template, and I'm going to search for a stock. This will be Google. User can use natural language or stock symbols, and we then process that request. As you can see here, I've got 5 or 6 different options. The first one is just how Google looks today. I can do Google against its peers. I click on this, I get a preview of Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and then Google itself. I can use custom AI titles based upon what Gemini recommends. As you can see here, here's a Google snapshot. Here's the market cap version. Lots of different options that allow producers very quickly to have 5 or 6 different flavors of the same storyline rather than manual process. Second option I have, go into iNews, very common, take a script written by a producer, copy that script, paste this into our plugin, including all the MOS abstracts. Gemini can detect what information is relevant and what information is not relevant. We'll let that process. And again, 5 or 6 different options. Lots of small storylines, lots of big storylines. Final example, go to cnbc.com, find an article here, I see one about Starbucks. I can take the headline, paste that in, and immediately I've got 5 or 6 different options. Again, it can identify Starbucks as the main storyline, and we can see different peers of Starbucks, McDonald's, Chipotle, Domino's, clearly thinking it's in the fast food realm, and also can generate AI titles. We think this is the beginning of what can be AI-driven templates using real-time data and/or natural language.
We've got the ability to use vision as well. So I can start a webcam, I'll share this side, and I'll ask for the AI chatbot to just name this person. Name this person.
John.
With a job title.
Updated.
Amazing.
In Qpilot, agents can be used to help navigate, inspect, and adjust performances, so that as a director, you can keep your focus on the creative decisions. You can get an overview of all the performances in the rundown, and you can have the song you want opened just by asking. You're able to navigate through the timeline of shots in rehearsals.
It can help you react to changes on the fly. Swap upcoming cues from camera 1 with camera 5. It can help you check what's coming up next. How long until the Steadicam? Are there any more shots from the crane?
For scores with hundreds of shots, it's often a lot easier to form a request in spoken words than using tools. Instead of manually modifying the shots, you can request move each camera 8 shot to nearest bar, or change the line type on shots 50 to 80.
Now, imagine if all of these agents could join forces as a team to level up what they can do for you. Each agent is an expert in their own area, each performing their individual tasks, but communicating with each other and working together to help humans with complex tasks like producing live TV. This is an agentic system. It works a bit like a restaurant. You go in and speak to the waiter or orchestrator agent. The orchestrator is the boss agent, and it calls on other specialist agents, the chef, the bartender, and other staff, to act behind the scenes to make your drinks and cook your food. In the same way that in a restaurant the chef can use cooking implements or the kitchen porter to get things done, agents can use tools to help them to take action for you. Requests are routed by the orchestrator to the right agent at the right time. Agents feed back to the orchestrator, who is communicating with you to get you what you need. With the tech evolving fast as we built, we delivered on a moving foundation. Agents talk to each other using A2A protocol. They advertise their capabilities and pass work to each other across models, vendors, and clouds. Actionability comes from MCP, which allows agents to use tools to take action. We used Google's ADK as well as Gemini and other models for our agents. Just like in the restaurant, the agents talk to each other and work together using natural language.
At the beginning of the year, we were trying to figure out how agents would even talk to each other. We were really calling them large language models. And in that time, we've had the proliferation of MCP. Google has launched ADK, the Agent Development Kit, and A2A, the Agent-to-Agent Protocol. And that has really helped us out. And it's been fast moving and a lot of breaking changes, but to see that evolution has been really exciting.
And one thing is clear, the potential for the power of agents in broadcast is huge. We've prioritised a human-in-command model, allowing for no autonomous AI-driven decisions. To ensure trust and accountability, our agents propose and humans approve. Transparent by design, every agent action is explained and logged for audit. The first agentic system for live TV, with human oversight and control at the core. Our international team came together through a series of hacks. And together, we built an orchestrator agent and told it how to run our agentic system. We built an orchestrator agent and told it how to run our agentic system.
Connect to the IBC C4 News episode.
The orchestrator is controlled through natural language, including voice, maximizing speed and accessibility.
Please look for all graphic L3 blocks and check for spelling mistakes in the text.
For this task, the orchestrator fetches data from the running order agent and passes it to the checking agent.
Now we wait.
Using the feedback from the checking agent, the orchestrator can now go back to the user, in this case displaying the errors it found and offering to fix them.
Correct them for me.
The orchestrator then tells the running order agent how to patch the mistakes. We see the agents working together to make the fixes in real time, to get the right information to air quickly.
And they've changed.
Could you check IBC's C4 episode for any clip blocks that are missing video assets?
The orchestrator now asks the rundown agent to identify any missing clips in the program and alerts the user.
Could you suggest a video for that?
The orchestrator now requests the presenter script from the running order and passes it onto the content discovery agent with the request for a clip. The content discovery agent generates the clip for the user to review.
There's some faces in that. Can you blur them?
The orchestrator can also talk to the video enhancer agent.
Let's see if it can do blurring.
The orchestrator hears this new request and understands that it should pass the clip over to the video enhancer agent, telling it how to manipulate the video, in this case, to blur a face.
Wow, that's amazing. Could you add that video to the item?
The orchestrator then gets the newly created video and adds it back to the running order for playout in today's program. Agents communicating with other agents.
5.
Our full agentic system collaborating to get content to air.
0.
Cuez shot.
Russia's largest drone attack on Ukraine hit a main government building in Kyiv for the first time, as it seems Putin is in no mood for peace.
So one of the things that we observed while preparing for IBC was the Gemini large language model acting as an orchestrator doing multi-turn tasks complete without any code, just following the protocol and understanding how to get things done. And I think, as that proliferates, I think a lot of things are going to change, and it'll be exciting to see how we can leverage things like that.
I think the future of agentic technology is already here, and we are at the stage of integrating into existing workflows or even creating entirely new ones.
We built for flexibility and made sure that we kept the whole system agnostic to its integrations. Our agents can flip between different TV automation systems, seamlessly switching from integration with Cuez running orders over to Sophie.
It's very exciting to see that we can integrate other automation systems with this agentic software. It opens up a whole world of possibilities for integrating with your automation system of choice, but as well as being able to use other agents to do things like script checking and fact checking. The possibilities are endless.
And we needed a clear front end for live. Priority queues, clear explanations to reduce cognitive load when seconds count.
The big challenge for the UI side of it is prioritization. So we obviously need to make sure that we're not overwhelming anyone. And we also need to only filter for the things that are actually going to really make a difference. Because there's a real risk that these agents are just going to be chattering so much that they're just going to be servicing far too much to the users. So these scenarios have been super useful in just revisiting some of the concepts we did last time to figure out what might be missing and how do we kind of step those up so that a user can interact with them and then fix stuff on the fly without having to jump around different tools or filter through loads of messaging.
So we've got our agents talking, and they are generating useful information to send to the gallery, but to ensure we didn't overwhelm the user with information, we had to prioritize our data. But how do you prioritize which information is essential and which is not? When in live TV, priorities change with lightning speed. Well, we used AI to help. The activity agent reduces noise and chatter at the user end, prioritizing which information to give to the user moment to moment.
So we already had a kind of early version of the UI, which has a kind of data store, which has a list of activities that have been occurring with the orchestrator agent. That's the idea. So everything that's happening in the system goes into this list. And that can be then displayed into, like, at the moment, it's quite a simple UI with the idea of things pop up like a social media feed of activities. So what I've been looking at is then putting an agent in as the kind of man in the middle between the orchestrator and that user interface. That agent in the middle can act as a kind of triage of all of the large number of actions that are happening in the orchestrator, and it can decide what are the appropriate things to put forward to the members of the kind of gallery team.
This is Kyle from Amira Labs, and I'm going to go through the front end of the Live Agents AI assistants for live production front end. You have a live indicator, whether you're on air or off air. You have an agent toggle to switch between Cuez and Sophie for live production automation agents of choice. You have your settings to dictate various things like audio mode, system information, connection settings for your web sockets. We have on our sidebar, this is the assistant chat, where you could chat with the agents, ask questions to set things up. Like I could ask what's the schedule, it'll ask an episode ID, there's audio input.
We developed on HP AMD machines with an investment in recyclable materials and carbon offset, and used a mixer of cloud and on-prem processing for efficiency.
The future of agentic live media control rooms is personalization. You can take lots of different commands, bring them together, RAG those against personal data sets, RAG those against all sorts of interest data sets to really bring more meaning to the media we create.
AI in the control room can alleviate production teams and help them focus on what they do best. Production is complicated and technical, and the more we can use tools to help us do our jobs, the better the production will be.
This is a proof of concept, safely sandboxed, tightly scoped, and built for innovation and pushing the boundaries of the tech. We've learned so much in such little time. The power and potential of AI agents is clear.
What I do find the most exciting aspect of what we learned from this year's IBC Accelerator, and I'm looking at it from an automation kind of perspective, is that we have learned that you can really make different tools, different parts of software, different kinds of software work together without any API integration in between. Just using AI technology can make sure these different tools can start working together.
I think the key takeaways from the project is really how bleeding edge the technology is. The results have been really surprising, and we've been only really working with a bunch of teams creating a series of agents, only part-time, probably only in earnest over about 6 weeks. So it'll be amazing to see what companies can do if they dedicate full-time to this technology.
What has been revealed to me through doing this accelerator is the scope for intelligent UI and how that might change the entire way that we think about humans and the way that we interact with technology. And on top of that, intelligent APIs are now becoming a thing, where the whole way that we integrate our technologies and that we integrate our workflows with technologies and that we can build bridges between data sets will change. It's so exciting.
The speed at which we can now build and iterate, the moments of magic when agents start to interact and unlock whole new paradigms of how we might think about producing great content. But most of all, it's been the opportunity to get just a glimpse at a potentially extraordinary new future where AI is truly integrated into how we interact with production technology, how we connect it together, and how we build it.
At the foundation of this accelerator, 12 teams, champions, and participants, broadcasters and vendors, all collaborating to build agents. The outcome? The agents we created collaborating with each other. And this is just the beginning. The potential for agentic systems in broadcasting is huge. Human skill enhanced with AI speed. Broadcasters and vendors working together. The future of live television.